Right, bag 5 plus the wheels. So let's go for it. Put the spares to one side for the moment that we're accumulating. Right. Two of those. That's what I have. And 2 grey. Oh! Just put those, exciting as though they are, out of the way. And we have quite a okay. But I've also noticed it's only a little one. One shiny stud. Ooh. I think it needs that. Do they mean that way? That doesn't work, so it must mean that way. Okay. Now where to position this? If I want it to be, oh right, it just slots on there. The air intake, ooh, the air intake for the engine, like so. I see, yeah, down into the cylinder head, right. Crack on now for the engine cover. Ooh, interestingly shaped piece. A few more custom pieces with printing. Let's get these angles the right way around. Yep. Triangles. Don't forget the triangles. Two of those. And the smaller ones. Quite a few seemingly custom pieces in this. Part of the build. Ooh. Oh yeah. Little black dot. Good job they weren't insisting that we put little black stickers on. That would have been too much for my shaky hands probably. Two of those. Big one of those. Nope. So we need two. One of those, one of those. And 8. Right, okay. So I'm going to assume that that's really just saying a lug, but it isn't black. On the basis, haven't got any black ones. Right, onwards and upwards. It's good fun. So obviously I'm recording this video as my, well, we'll gloss over that, as my, for my role in at McLaren, building F1 cars. Now the black dot dots have to face the same way. They have to be on that. Like that. And then can you tell what it is yet? Don't think we can do that impression anymore, can we? And then, yes, the sneaky gap there. Oh, it's almost like they planned that. We're doing the same but opposite. Fab. Now we need, that's that piece. And that piece there. So look at that. Fab. Now we need two of our Honda pieces and one of them. No, saves us sticking stickers on. This is another one where it might have been better to assemble the top bit separately. Look at that. Oh, it's fabulous. Quite rigid now. And obviously stiffness is all important in I'm going to try and assemble this the other way, which obviously is going to go. assemble this part. So that's a bit sturdier. And then put it like that. Yeah. Cool. Hold on, what's going on here? So these are... This is why you don't go off piste. Oh. A little bit flimsy, but I'm assuming we're going to get a bracing piece in a moment. Ooh. Interesting piece of construction, because that puts a little gap there between the black and the white pieces. I'm reasonably sure they know what they're doing. Which means that can move. Well, if it could move before, that white bit is not going to be able to move now. So what part of the engine is this, perhaps? Right. Okay. As simple as that. Nice. Continue with our Honda Space Shuttle that we're building. Might have been useful if I called out the steps. Well, we're on step 152. Somewhat belatedly calling that list out. There we go, that's a lot more original. I still can move that, which is fun. Custom piece, and that actually. Oh! And we apparently have 2 Senna S stickers. What is that? Oh no, it's step 1, and we have the Senna S sticker, which I am probably not looking forward to. But it goes on to this piece, so now is the time to do it. Fortunately, at least you can't get it the wrong way up, but shaky hands time. Still. On the subject of stickers, the real shaky hand one's the plinth, because that's quite a big sticker. I'm not totally happy with that, but I'm assuming we can do that. And then that goes. I think so. There is a mystery. Oh no, there isn't a gap, it was a shadow. Right. And then we have 2 of these pieces. No, they've got 2 steps in them. They go either side. Here, look at that. Fantastic. Don't know why I keep. Oh, we're just gonna adjust the front wing of the car. As you might imagine, kind of thing happens quite a lot in the pits. That goes like that. Oh, yeah. And that is very much feels like a custom piece, but it might not be. I'm not that much of a aficionado. Right. Don't think I've got that wrong, but anyway. Does it look? It's got to look aerodynamic. Oh, and then we put it in, so we do now need the car. Right, where does that go? Apart from sort of the obvious, as in it can only, due to its size, it can only go in like that. There we go. Obviously, it has to happen at some point, so I'm going to do it now. Is this designed for removal? I guess it is. Although that hasn't fared well. Oh no, it's alright. Right, let's put that back. One of those things that you get it right first time, and then you can never get it right the second. There we go. Right, on to, are these wing mirrors? We shall find out. Aha. Nice. And the old wing mirrors there. They're just the red end caps onto the, probably, not entirely sure the orientation of that, but we can fiddle with that later. Right. Oh, now this is getting into exciting times. Ahead of myself there. In fact, I got very much ahead of myself because they're the wrong way around. I was wondering how the wheel would go on to that. So the lug goes onto the long end, but then it's got to go all the way up and then be put in like that. All right, it's telling us to put them in there, but it's also, oh, and hold on, why won't my front wing stick on? Is it cause of concern, perhaps? So what should the rear wings look like? The rear wheels, sorry. I have the same problem. The interesting problem here Right, stick the wheels on. Basically, that must be obvious as to how you do it. Cool. Even back in the day, they were doing 6-second pit stops. Woohoo! Get that! And of course, actually it was a Honda turbo engine, so it'd be less and more. Right, anyway. That aside. And then it wants us to put some wheel nuts on, which makes sense. Wheels flying off at high speed. This was before wheel tethers were introduced. I think they had just about put the locking pin into the wheel nuts at this point. I'm a bit perturbed by having, well, some cap pieces of I feel like I've got but that is the end of bag 5. And that is our new, now that is a racing car. We are now onto the plinth, so we will do that. But that is the McLaren MP4. Very definitely. Complete, rollable, steerable. Fabulous.